Hobbies. Get in the frame here and get all set up, and we'll get ready to start. Decided to pop on a couple minutes early just to get everything set up. We got a lot to do today. I did a lot of prep work, but there's still a lot to do for this wreath, so we're going to get started. Let me just get my iPad set up and then I will be able to see your comments. And I don't know why I can't see them today. Okay, there I am. And get to the live. All right, we're in business. And I just want to make sure I'm in the frame. Hi, Lori, Vivian, Sue, Connie, Donna, sorry, Debbie. Hey, welcome, welcome. Can you see me okay in the frame? Can you see my workspace? I know I looked at the live from last week and the lighting didn't seem like it was very good. So I'm hoping it's a little bit better and I'm in the frame a little bit more. Hello, Mary and Helen. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Joy, you're next door to me. I'm in Turlock. Got Joy from Manteca. We're neighbors. Donna, Allie, welcome, welcome. All right. Well, we have a busy night planned. We're going to be doing a witch's hat and okay, thank you. Thank you. And I did hear from one of the lives that people have seen the witch's hats this year at the Dollar Tree. So I hope that you're able to grab one of those. And if you can't grab one, you can also grab the, it's in the other room, the witch's hat, the tinsel decoration from the Dollar Tree. I went to mine yesterday and they did have those back, and you can take the tinsel off, and it's a little different, but you can still use that for the witch's hat wreath form. And there's a lot of things you can do with those, so I highly recommend. Hi Shannon, recommend you grabbing some. I do have the fall hat, and I'll be doing a lot of different designs with those as well. I hope you're feeling better, Shannon. Welcome. Sorry about you being sick. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. It's 4 o'clock. I can see everybody. Hi, Belinda. Welcome. All right, Marcy, let's do it. Let's get started. Okay, so what I've done is I've done some prep work here. I spent quite a bit of time doing some prep work to make things move along a little bit faster tonight. And I grabbed a 1/4 yard of fabric from Hobby Lobby yesterday, and this worked out perfect to cover the top of the wreath, and you want it covered right above this first bar here. And I didn't even unfold it. It just came like it was, and I cut it a little bit and I hot glued it like that. So this is what we have. And you're not going to see any of this part right here. And I thought that was a cute material. It's got a little variation there in the black, and I thought that would be cute. So you just have fun. Hey Connie, welcome, welcome. Oh, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite. Those roses are one of my favorite ones to do. I'm so happy that you're having fun making those. There's so many different things that you can do with them. And I know Shannon, feeling crafty, she's done some, and I love her. She mixes the fabric mesh with the same color deco mesh, and it's so pretty with that combination. And I did grab some of that fabric mesh yesterday at Hobby Lobby, Shannon, and my wheels were kind of spinning with combining those different meshes together. I just love that. So I think I'm going to try that in a different craft and see how it works out. So we have our witch's hat covered, and I didn't worry about this point right here. It's because we're going to be using that for our bow at the top, our embellishment. So you're not going to see any of that. Okay. So we have that. Oh, and then the other thing that I did that I prepped is I added these pipe cleaners right here in the center. And I just grabbed a pipe cleaner, I twisted it in half, and I stretched it. Or no, I didn't. I just grabbed one and I twisted it around here just by a little 1/4 of an inch. I stretched it across and wrapped it around the middle bar, and I did the same on this side. And then I just grabbed a little piece of pipe cleaner and just held those two together so they're not slipping and sliding, with a couple dabs of hot glue at the tips. So that's how I prepped this. And this part is optional. I like to add this because we're going to be adding bundles on this top row and this bottom row. And I like to have this row for my like ribbon embellishment bundles that we're going to be adding. I like to have those kind of popping out of the center. So that's why I've added that. So that is what, hold that up so you can see it. That's what that looks like with that pipe cleaner row. So that's all done ahead of time. And oh, black and white. Oh yes, silver and red. I bet that's so pretty, Connie. Christmas one. Yes, oh, you sold 4 of them? That is awesome. That makes me so happy to hear. I love those. I love that rose. I think it's beautiful. Whatever colors, and you can do them every season of the year, just like you're doing. I did a 4th of July one, and it was one of my favorites. You could put plastic mesh in there too. Right on. All right, so okay, let's see here. Oh, I'm glad you're getting there, Shannon. Lots of rest, lots of rest. I'm happy that you're here. All right, so we have our hat prepped, and I'm going to put that off to the side. And what I've done is I've prepped these little bundles, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do these. And I've done them in black, the purple, and the lime, because that's the color we're going to be doing our witch's hat. I have a basket of them over here, but I want to show you how we do them. So let me show you that process first, and because I think we're going to have to make some more anyways, so let's just go ahead and do that right now. So I like to just take a pipe cleaner and cut it into thirds, and I just bend these in little V's just to get those started. And I'm taking my Dollar Tree mesh, and I know a lot of people like to don't really like the Dollar Tree mesh, but I love working with this. There's so much fun stuff that you can do with it. And even if it frays, that's okay, because this is going to add to our design, that whole look. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my rolls, and we're going to cut these into 10-inch pieces, 10 inches. And I'm just using my rotary cutter. You can use your scissors. And we'll do a few of these bundles together, and then we'll see if we need to make more later after we add the ones that I have prepped already. So I have a witch's hat tutorial on my YouTube channel, but this one is going to be a little bit different than that one. So I wanted to switch it up and not do it exactly the same. So I'm excited to do this one as well. And we'll be doing some different techniques. Okay. To plastic the burlap. Okay, the plastic mesh. Okay. Hi, Betty. Welcome. Oh, yes. Well, it's not so hot. I get you. I hope that you had a wonderful surprise birthday party for your daughter and that she was excited and surprised. But thank you for popping in, and I hope that you're feeling better as well. No, Marcy, these are the 6-inch mesh from the Dollar Tree, and 6 inches by 5 yards. And you can find these at the Dollar Tree. They usually have them in every season. They have all the seasonal colors, and I finally made my way to the Dollar Tree yesterday, and I was pleasantly surprised that they were stocked up on the mesh and the wreath attachments and some new signs that I didn't see before. So I got a lot of fun ideas. Okay, we're just gonna prep a few just so you can see how it's done, and then we can always do these later. Yeah, so they're just the little rolls, and it's not the best mesh, but there's a lot of things that you can do with it, and there's a lot of different techniques that you can use to reduce the fraying of this mesh. But for this design, I like the fraying because it doesn't matter. It's going to look really neat in the design. So what we're doing is I just have this little mini Bodabra. You don't need a Bodabra for this. It's just, I like to put things so I'm not holding everything in my hand, but like I said, you don't need it. You can just do 2 bundles, and I'll show you how to do them in your hand too. So we're just pinching and grabbing. That's it, right down that center. And this definitely doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be exact. Pinching and grabbing right down the center. And we're doing 2 colors. And then I'm just taking them off my little bow maker here, and I'm adding my 1/3 of a pipe cleaner, and I'm just twisting it really tight to the base, and we're just making these cute little bundles. Yes, you can get other brands, that's for sure, but honestly I like this over the ones from Michael's, because it's very stiff and hard. And I did the my breast cancer awareness wreath with the Hobby Lobby or the Michael's ones, and my fingers were killing me. This is a lot softer to work with, but that other stuff is a lot nicer of a mesh. But I love this Dollar Tree mesh. I will always stand by this because it's so many things that you can do with it. So that's all we're doing. So let's just do a few more bundles together. We're just pinching and grabbing. And you can always just hold it in your finger if you don't want to use the bow maker while you're doing the other bundle. So this is why I did the prep time last night. I did a lot of the prep because this can get a little time consuming. But this is how we're doing the brim of the hat with all these little bundles, and it's going to look really cute. All right, so let me just finish off the ones that I did here, and then we'll move on to the next thing. And sorry, just trying to catch up on the comments here. Yes, it was really fun. I went around to Michael's, I went around to Hobby Lobby, the Dollar Tree yesterday. I hadn't had a day like that in a while, and it felt really good to get some ideas and see what they have out there. But I still couldn't find the turkey head. I looked and looked. So I'm going to order it online. Somebody had sent me an Amazon link and it got buried in my messages. So if you're on here, if you could please send that to me again, because I can't find that anywhere. And it was a really cute one, and I can't seem to find it on Amazon. Oh, thank you, Betty. Thank you. I appreciate that, for that reminder. Everybody to hit that like button, because it will help me and the YouTube algorithm. And thanks for popping in, Betty. I'll see you. We'll see you next time. I'll be back next Thursday as well. All right, so we'll finish up these bundles. Oh, I put everything away, Shannon. And I have to, and when I do these lives, I have to clear a lot of things out of my craft room because of how I put my camera. So I have to kind of move my desk way back, and I'm limited on space. So, I did get some cute signs at the Dollar Tree that I loved, and I got some, my wheels started spinning. They have these cute felt signs, and so I got some of those. I'm gonna do some cute things with those. And so I wasn't gonna do any more Halloween, but all right, Betty, we'll see you later. I wasn't going to do any more Halloween, but they had some cute signs. So I got a couple, and those felt things that I want to do something with. I got some, I didn't find the turkey head. Well, I'm looking for a turkey head because I want to do another turkey wreath in a different style. And I can't find that turkey head anywhere, or any sort of turkey head. So I was considering making it myself, but I'd rather not. I got the that fabric mesh from Hobby Lobby, and of course some ribbon. Can't get out of there without ribbon. I didn't really go too crazy at Hobby Lobby. I went in for some stuffing for the legs, and oh, I got some yarn, some chunky yarn, because I'm going to be doing another pumpkin tutorial with a yarn one, which I haven't done. And oh, and then Michael's, I got some cute, some more Halloween kind of picks, because I'm going to be using those with my felt Dollar Tree signs. I have this idea in my head. I think it's going to be really cute. So there will be some more Halloween designs. Hi, Sonia. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I would show you the signs, but they're, like I said, in the other room, and everything else got put away. Is there a 10 by 10, Connie? Not at the Dollar Tree. They don't have the 10 by 10 deco mesh there. They just have the 6-inch mesh. But you can always get the 10-inch. I know they had it in all these colors as well at Hobby Lobby. So if anybody sees any turkey heads out there, send me the link, because I'm looking for a turkey head. They don't even have the ones from last year from Hobby Lobby, the little one that I used. Yes, Connie, I'm glad that you sold those. I knew that those are going to be a good, those are such a great wreath. I think that everybody loves, and I would be a really great seller. Because that's something you can keep on your house all year round. I know Shannon from Shannon Feelin' Crafty, she made her sister one. She made the most beautiful purple flower, and she uses the variation of those two different meshes, and then she made it for her sister's red door, and it looks so beautiful. That rose looked beautiful, that purple and that red. Hi Connie, it's 10 inches, cut it 10 inches. So I have a big old basket done. I've done one roll, and I've probably done a half of another roll. So it's not going to take that much mesh. Okay, so we're going to be jumping all over the place. Okay, so they have the cute little legs at the Dollar Tree. I know some people have been not seeing them, but mine, they had them, or she might have just been putting them out. I'm not sure, but they had the legs, and they come in the purple and the orange and the green, and these are great if you can't find for the spider, my spider tutorial, you can get these legs and use them as well. So I went ahead and I just got some stuffing from Hobby Lobby. It was really cheap. It was just a few dollars, and we're going to just go ahead and stuff this. Wow, you've made 5. See, I knew you were going to love that rose. I know you'd been wanting to make one for a while, and they're very addicting. It's so satisfying to make those. I just love that. I love that petal. I love the way it comes together. It's very satisfying. So I'm just going to stuff this. And what I did was they come on this little loop, and I just cut them off the top. Yes, well, this hat I didn't find this year at the Dollar Tree, Marcy. I've had it in my stash from previous years. So I know some people were saying that they can't find the hats, or we weren't really sure if they were going to be selling the hats still, but then somebody on one of my lives said that they saw them at the Dollar Tree. So that gave us hope that they are still selling them. Oh, yeah. Somebody sees it, right? And then everybody wants it. So pretty. That purple one was gorgeous on that red door. Yes, I'm sorry, Marcy. I know you could probably get them on Amazon. I think I have them linked to my Amazon store. I have to go look at my wreath frames that I have linked in there. If not, you can use that the tinsel witch's hat decoration and take the tinsel off, like I did my fall hat tutorial. It gives you a plastic wreath form underneath that tinsel that you can use as well. It'll be a little different shape, but it's still the same concept. And actually, that one you would use less mesh, because I think there's just one row that you fill in. We're going to be doing a top and a bottom. Yes, yep. That's the one that you grab a bunch of, because I'm going to be doing a few tutorials of different things that you can make with that. There's a lot of things you can do. You could do the Santa's hat. You could do the elf hat. You could do the fall hat like I did. You could do the gnome faces with the beard, which that one's been on my list a while, to do the fall one with the fall foliage. So I grabbed a few, so hopefully I can get to some different ones this year. but I really want to do the elf, and I've already done a Santa hat, so I don't need to do another one of those. All right, so you're just going to get your legs all stuffed, and put that aside. Yeah, definitely stock up on those, Marcy, because there is a lot you can do with them. I was nervous that they weren't going to have them this year, but they came through. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I just left about a ½ inch or so, and I'm just going to glue this together here. Okay, and then we have this, we still have a little bit up top that we can use to attach it. Okay, so we have our 2 legs stuffed. Super cute. And then we're going to add some, well, I didn't have a chance to do this, so let me do this really quick. Is I wanna doctor up these, the little shoe tabs. I also found this yesterday at Hobby Lobby. It was in the sewing section. I just got a little piece of it, and we're going to decorate our legs here with some of this. And we're going to do something different with our legs than I normally would. I normally would do them like this, like that. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to gonna like cross the legs. So we're gonna have them facing this way. So I want to, let's add this. We're just going to hot glue this on. I thought that was cute. And make sure that's plenty to go around that side. And we're just going to hot glue this, right? Make our boot look a little bit cuter here. I thought that was really pretty. How cute that just adds a fun little flair to our boot. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And I still haven't got my new glue gun yet. So excuse my messy glue gun. It's a mess. You can tell it's been used and loved. All right, so that adds a little fun touch. And now let's clean up these buckles a little bit. They're not looking so pretty. Well, yeah, it does, huh? Little bobby socks. Those are my favorite growing up. I just love those things. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little Mod Podge, and we're going to, yes, they are, huh, Shannon? And we're just going to paint our little buckles here, and we're going to add some glitter. and just spruce these up a little bit here. I dug this glitter out of my stash here. And we'll just add a little bling to our design here. This might be a different color here. Yeah, there we go. See, it just gives it a little extra bling bling there. Makes it look a lot better. And we just have to do the one side because we're not going to be seeing the back side of the wreath. Yes, they are well loved, but I still want one of those fancy cordless ones like you guys tell me about. I need one of those in my life. All right, so once we do this, we're going to put this aside and move on to the next thing. Okay. Yeah, that just makes it look a whole lot better there. Let me just get a little bit on this inside. I know, I need one too, Connie. I need one of those in my life. Uh-oh. You have one, don't you, Shannon? One of those glue guns? I was curious how they hold, how good of a charge they hold. Okay. So we have our little shiny buckles. We have our cute little legs. And this is going to be adorable. I only do cutesy fun Halloween. I don't do scary, that gory Halloween. Okay, so we have our legs done. We've got our glitter done. Let me put this out of the way, or just put this in here. Okay. All right, let me move this out of the way. Making a mess. Hi, Maribel, welcome. Oh, so it lasts for a while. That's good to know. And does it heat up pretty fast? I'll set that down. Okay, so we have, welcome Maribel. We just finished up our legs. We stuffed them. They're from the Dollar Tree. And we added that little purple touch at the bottom and some glitter on the buckles. And now we're going to put these aside. Bring out our hat. All right. Okay, well, let me show you one more thing before we move on to this part. And I'm gonna have glitter everywhere, but that's okay. That is okay. You aren't a true crafter if you don't have glitter all over the place. And let me just glue some of this hat together a little bit more, some of the material. Okay, now we're just gonna put this, we're gonna hold off on this for one more minute. Let me show you, we showed you the bundles. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our ribbon bundles done here. And we're using some of this Dollar Tree coil. If you've ever seen this at the Dollar Tree and you wonder what the heck you do with it, I love working with it. It adds a lot of texture and dimension to your designs. And so I made these little bundles here, and I'll show you how to do those. So we're going to add some coil bundles, and I've also done some ribbon bundles here. This one is made from all glitter. This is like 5/8 of an inch ribbon, I think. And that one is a glitter bundle, and this one has some of the regular ribbon with this Dollar Tree ribbon here. And so I made these two different style of bundles. And let me show you how we do all these bundles. We'll do one each, and then that should be plenty of embellishments. Well, that's good to know. Oh, you have 3 batteries. Now that is smart. That is very smart. Yes, that is on my list. When I sit down and order some craft supplies, I am definitely going to order one of those. So what we're doing is you can use a bow maker. You don't have to. To me, it's just always easier to throw in that, but you don't have to. You could just do these are cut at 10 inches, by the way. You could just do a crisscross and a straight across like that. And you could just pinch and grab in the center. And we're just making these little bundles, ribbon bundles. And I'm using my little quarter piece of pipe cleaner, and we're using a third of a pipe cleaner, so it's we won't have to cut. If all goes well, we won't have to really cut any off. And I'll just cut these at an angle. And that's just like a little fun little sparkly bundle. And you can always just angle them in the beginning too. And we're just making this other style of bundles, and then I'll show you how to do the coil bundle, and then we should have plenty of these little bundles for our design. And I love these making little ribbon bundles. They're great fillers for your wreaths. Okay, so those are these bundles. Now let me show you how to work with this coil. And they usually have this for every season of the year as well at the Dollar Tree. And for these, we're just going to do like a 10-inch loop, and fold it into a loop there, do another 10 inches. And just like our ribbon bundles, we'll add our pipe cleaner. And you won't see any of the cut ends because it's going to be sunken into the design. You'll just see a little top part like that. Okay, so we have all of these are prepped and ready to add. And we might need to cut some more of the bundles. So let's start and see how many we'll need. we need to cut any more and make any more. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I'm very limited on space in here when I'm going live. I have to cut my workspace in half by moving my table. But you know what? We work with what we got and we make the best of it. All right. Did everybody have a good Labor Day weekend? I went to the coast and it was 3 glorious days. They were having a heat wave on the coast. It was in the 80s. It was so beautiful. Okay, so now we have our witch's hat frame, and you'll see a bar that goes across the top and the bar that goes across the bottom, and then I have my little pipe cleaner bar that I've made in the center right there. We're going to start with this top bar, and I think, I mean, you could do whatever pattern you want. I think I'm just going to alternate the colors. And oh, wow, you're getting that nice fall weather already. How nice, Mary. I can't say that for California. We're still, still very, very hot. So I'm just going to alternate. I'm not going to finish this pipe cleaner off yet until we finish the row, and then we'll go and just bend that pipe cleaner towards that design. So I'm just going to go around on this top bar and add these little bundles with our pipe cleaners. Yeah, that. Yes, there's California coast is gorgeous. I just thought it was cute because we were watching my brother's place and there was a note from the apartments that said extreme heat warning. It was like 80 because they're not used to it being in that little coastal town. Not used to it getting like that. So I just thought it was funny, extreme heat warning. And here I am in the valley with, you know, the 100 triple digits here. Oh, thank you, Maribel. I appreciate that. I'm just so happy to have a craft space because I have never had one for a long time until I became almost empty nest. Not quite, but I'm very close. And it freed up some space for us so I could finally have my crafting space. And I just make the best out of a small space with my storage. My husband helps do a lot of these storage things for me, and it works. It's working just fine. So now I'm just adding all these little bundles, and you're going to see this really come to life pretty fast here. And I think this is going to be really pretty with the colors. In the low 70s. Oh yes, that's great weather. We'll get there soon, but we don't usually get very cold in California. Like, us Californians are like, oh, it's cold, and it's like, you know, 68 or something. I don't even wear a jacket. I don't even have a jacket because you don't really need anything unless you're going to the mountains, more than a sweatshirt. Our winters are very, very mild. Sometimes it'll get to the 30s, but very, very rare. Oh, right, Marcy, you ordered 8. All right. See, I knew that they were there because I know I have a lot of different wreath frames added in my Amazon store for people that can't find ones. And I was pretty sure that there was the witches' hats on there. And these are really fun sellers too. These are great if you're doing craft shows. See, look how pretty that is. And we've just added a few bundles, and look at that. And you could really get creative with this. You could add, you could do all black, or you could color block it. You know, just whatever look that you're going for. And I really like this technique with the mesh. The other one I did a little bit different with the tubes, which is fun too, but this gives it a nice flowy look to it. Yes, it's 1/4 yard of fabric, and that was perfect for this. I just cut off a little bit to make it go around. Yes, Maribel, you would love California. It is, the weather is perfect all year round. Well, I mean, if you like the heat, because I love the heat, and it's, yeah, you definitely have summer. It usually starts in February, you know, it starts getting pretty warm, and you can stretch it all the way through October before it really starts getting cold at all. Oh, that's nice. 62 in New York. Oh, I bet they are. Yes. It's so much better for them in the when it's cooler and they can go out and play. Turbo hates the heat. Like, he will not, he won't even go. Like, I try to get him outside and he pulls back because he doesn't want to be out there. This morning he did that to me, and I was trying to take him out to the bathroom, and he kept pulling back because it was too hot and he didn't want to go outside. Little stinker. People were laughing at him on the beach because we did, well, it was just so, the weather was so perfect. We did 3 beautiful beach days. Like, we just like to sit at the beach, and that's our enjoyment. And I think by the 3rd day, Turbo had it because he hates the water. And the beach was packed, and I was getting him up to go take a walk, and he wouldn't go. I'm pulling him, and he's like pulling back on his harness, and it was almost coming off his head, and everybody's just laughing at him because he's just a stubborn little thing. He won't do anything that he doesn't want to do. Oh, I bet they do. Like Vito and Lucy. Nobody wants to be out playing in that heat. It's too hot. Stella, yes, I feel you. It has been crazy hot. And I'm a summer girl, and I love the heat, but it has been a little out of control. That's why it was so nice to take a break and go to the coast, because it's been really hot. Well, the ones that I go to, they could go to the beach. There's a dog portion. And so yeah, there's a lot of dog beaches in California. And what's nice is on the coast is everything's so dog friendly. Like, you could take your dogs to restaurants, and they're so wonderful. They're so welcoming to pets. And the dog hotel. Yeah. I love the dog hotels. Those are so fun. All right, so we're coming along. Look at how cute that's turning out. It's getting nice and full, and we haven't even done the bottom section yet. Like, honestly, you wouldn't really have to do the bottom section, but we're doing it. And Yes, yes. There's a lot of dog hotels, Connie, a lot of dog pet friendly beaches. Just type it in, pet friendly, and they'll come up. And I know in San Diego too, for sure. Yes. Oh, Stella, I'm so happy that you're here. I just started going live recently, and it's been really fun to connect with my viewers because, you know, most people, they just see my hands and hear my voice, and they don't really know much more about me. So it's been a lot of fun connecting with everybody in the live. So thank you for being here on my live journey. I'm trying to go live every Thursday at 4 o'clock. I'm trying to be consistent. There have been a couple Thursdays that I couldn't do it, but so far that's my schedule. And now I'm done playing around with all my summer vacations, and it's time to get serious and get back to work here. I started organizing and cleaning yesterday. I still haven't gone next door because it has been too hot, but we're getting there. I'm starting to make my list, get my game plan for the holidays and my designs, and it's time to get back to work here. Oh, wine country. Oh, I bet they love going around those vineyards. So fun. Nice. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I walk Turbo up on the canal, so I take him through the what are those trees called? What are those trees called? Well, I think they're what are those almonds? Almond orchard. I take him through the almond orchard because that's where it's nice and cool, and he loves going through there. Lori, West Coast Wreath Queen. Now you got my husband calling me that. Oh, that one just makes me laugh every time. Every time. I know I told my husband, I said, you have to turn the TV off. Don't be on your phone. And it's like football. So he's like, I don't think so. So that's a perfect time for me to go live is on Thursdays because I'm not a big, I mean, I do like football, but I'm not a diehard where I have to sit and watch the game like my husband is. Let's see. Connie, thank you. I sell mine primarily in the fourth quarter as I play too much of the rest of the year. Yeah. Well, they're starting to pile up. I'm not gonna lie. I just recently started putting them back in my Etsy store. I had decided I wasn't going to sell them anymore, and then now I decided that I need to sell some because they're taking over, and so I started putting them back. I decided that I will list the ones that I do on my lives and my tutorials. So I get behind on my listings, but I did decide to start listing them back in my Etsy store. So, and then I'll run a sale. So hopefully that'll be, I can get, sell a bunch. But I've also donated them to the thrift store as well. But I save all my favorite ones, and those are mine that I alternate the seasons. So I'll save my favorite ones. Like I'm so excited to bring out the spider and the witch's cauldron. Those are my two favorite Halloween ones. And then I'll bring out the witch's hat, and so that makes it really fun. So we're going through, it looks like we're getting through these bundles. We're going to have to make more. I know, Shannon, you're a diehard. That's why I was almost going to say earmuffs, Shannon, when I talk about football. You like to craft and watch the game at the same time. You're a Packers fan, right? My husband is a Niner fan. But I love Shannon does the the football divided wreaths, which are super cute, which is such a fun idea when you got people that are into two different teams in the same household. So far it's looking like about, I would say, 2 rolls of each color to make this this wreath. Okay, so let me see if I want to add more, because we're going to add that bottom layer too, and we don't want to make it too tight, but it might need a few more here at the end. Let's just add one more set here at the end. And we will have to, oh good, you found it. I know you were saying you were going to look for it when you moved. You weren't quite sure. I'm glad you found it. So you are ready to rock and roll for football season now. Okay, so we're going to end it with a black one up here. And we've almost gone through this basket. And I'm staying above, on that bar, above that pipe cleaner bar. Yeah, yeah, that happens. I'll do that when I stack mine on top of each other next door, and I'm like, why did I do that? I had to throw, when I originally started storing them, I was trying to store them in a big garbage bag thing, like stacked all nice, and that did not work. They were all smushed, and I had to throw all those away from a few years ago. All right, there we go. So now I have a rack that I hang them with hooks. Okay. How many sets did this row take? Let's see here. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did I do that one right? It took about 9 sets. Nine sets with this extra black at the end, and which was basically 1 roll, because I just have a few left, and we cut about a half a roll, so we're definitely going to need to prep some more. So I'm sorry that you'll have to watch me prep some more of that. I wasn't sure. Let me grab this one that fell. Okay, so before we move on, we are going to add, so I've done it before where I added the bottom and then I went back and added the embellishments, but I think let's just add the this kind of stuff in there now, because it's going to be easier to get to that, to get to this pipe cleaner. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to add some of these fun little things that we made, and then when we add our next row, these will start sticking up more. So I'm just going to alternate those, and we have the 3 different sections here of the wreath, so we'll just kind of just start adding. Actually, let's do, before we add those, let's finish off these pipe cleaners, and I'm just going to try to fold them in half and then back towards the frame. And this is what's nice with the third, because sometimes if they're even enough, you don't have to cut them. You could just fold them all. So let me go through this row and get all of these done. And this will be out of our way. This is the tedious part, that behind the scenes. People don't really see a lot of this stuff, but it has to be done, especially if you're selling. You don't want these little things scratching up your customer's door. Now, if you're doing them on the tinsel frame, the tinsel plastic decoration, you won't need this many bundles at all. That one is just one row that you fill in. And you can always watch my tutorial that has the fall wreath hat, and it will show you how I filled those in. And it doesn't matter what color pipe cleaners you use, because you're not going to see them. So just use up what you have. You don't have to color coordinate. Okay, a couple more, and we got all those finished off. And this was the ribbon one right here. I'm going to leave that one. I'm not going to finish off those yet, because in case we want to slide those back and forth. And it's just going to give it a little pop. Nothing major, but it's fun to add some embellishments. Okay, now remember, you're adding your embellishments onto the pipe cleaner now. Yes, that hat is a lot smaller for sure, but it still looks really cute as a hat. I mean, it looks cute for all the Santa hats. So I'm just alternating the bundles, and it's going to look funny right now until we get that last row on, and then we can fluff everything out. And I'm going to spread them apart a little bit here. So maybe 3 per section will be plenty. Or actually, there's a couple, there's 2. So let's just divide it into where that crossbar is coming down and say 2 sections. So let's 3, let's add another one. Hi, Joel, welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thanks for popping in. So let's see, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe add one more of those curls here. Let's do 5 per section. Hopefully I didn't make these too big of loops. They'll probably blend in. Okay. So now let me just add the rest here. And I'm going to add the other 5. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you. Just a lot easier to add them before we move on to that next row. Make sure I'm doing it the same way. What are you working on next, Shannon? I know you've been sick, so you probably haven't been crafting much. But are you working on fall or moving on to Christmas? So we have that one, the coil, the sparkly, and so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and we'll add and we can always pop some more in if we want to add some more bundles. Okay, like I said, it looks a little funky right now because we need to add this bottom row, and then it's going to bring everything up. So let's get everything up here. Okay, now let's add the bundles that we have. We're going to have to make some more, and we can put these off to the side. Okay, so I need to cut some more. Let's make some more bundles. Yeah, this makes a lot bigger of a hat than the other one for sure. This gave me a chance to use some of my stash. I have a lot of this 6-inch ribbon. So if you just joined me live, these are cut at 10 inches. And if everyone could please give me a thumbs up, this really helps me and my algorithm, and YouTube will push my content out to more people. And if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe. There'll be a button down below on this live to take you to be able to subscribe to my channel. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have a lot of fun this holiday. I've made my list and I've got some fun ones planned. Now, the hard part is trying to get to them all, which I will do my best. I told you I wasn't going to be doing any more any more Halloween, and I got some Halloween stuff, so I might be dropping a couple tutorials midweek just to be able to make the Halloween ones that I wanted to do. So if you have your notifications turned on, they, hopefully I have another roll of this black. I might not have another roll of this black. I should have bought more black yesterday at the Dollar Tree. But we'll get through this and see what we have, and then we'll do our best here. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Welcome, Joel. But the Dollar Trees, they're stocking up. I was very impressed with what they had. Now, one thing I didn't look for is that decorative mesh, but if you see that coming out for the the snowy decorative tulle mesh, I would highly suggest grabbing that because it's really fun to work with. And the Christmas ones, they make really pretty Christmas trees. Okay, that one we're going to get rid of. I hope we have more black. So yeah, this is the tedious part. It takes a while to get all these bundles made. So I highly suggest doing all your prep work ahead of time. Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon. Yeah, when you get sick like that, that's definitely the last thing you feel like is crafting and being creative. Are you starting to feel better? Yes, it's very sticky for sure. Okay, so let's just whip out some more of these bundles. I'll try to just move a little fast here so I don't bore you with making bundles. Okay, need some pipe cleaners. All right, some more bundles. Yeah, these are always a lot of fun to make. And I'm getting ready to, I'm designing my next kit with TMI. I'm gonna finalize everything tonight with the design and then get that one going. So yeah, I definitely would say probably 2 rolls, maybe get 3 rolls of each color just to be on the safe side, but 2 should probably be plenty. Uh-oh, Turbo's gonna start scratching at the door now. Oh my gosh, Shannon, wow. Oh man. That stinks. I'm sorry to hear that. You've been really, really sick. Well, hopefully you'll get that out of the way for the next season, the flu season. You'll be done with that. Man, that's no fun. Sorry. Well, don't push it too hard, Shannon. Make sure you get well so you don't relapse. Oh, is he being good? Taking care of his mama? That's nice. You raised a good son if they're taking care of their mom. I love it. I'm trying to hurry through these, and so we can get these added. And then we're going to decorate it a little bit, add some more fun to the hat, and then we got to add those legs. Some coffee from yesterday that I didn't finish. Gotta have my coffee when I'm out hitting all those craft stores. That was a lot of fun, actually, because it's been a while since I've been able to do that, and it just was so great to get back out and see all the fun stuff that they have out right now for the holidays. Okay, I'm just going to finish what I cut here, and then hopefully we'll have enough to finish that bottom row. We can always take some off the top row if we don't quite have enough black. I just have to get over to my mesh over there and see if there's any more black hiding in the back. Turbo's trying to come in and the door's shut a little bit. We can't open it. So he's gonna start scratching here in a minute. Instead of trying to problem solve, he'll just scratch at the door and say, open it up. See, you hear it now? There he goes. Hopefully my husband will let him in, because it's a process to get over to that door right now. And I will have some new news coming out shortly. Just trying to finalize everything before I spill the beans. But I did get invited to a, it's like a holiday wreath summit thing, which I'll be, it's like a 2-day summit. It's a virtual one, and I will be one of the wreath designers for that summit. So I'm excited for that. So now I gotta decide what I'm going to make. It's a holiday, so I'm assuming it's Christmas. I still have to get all the details. But as soon as I know, I will fill you all in. The summit's in October. And it's 2 days of different designers going live, making holiday designs. Okay, a couple more here. These things take time. That's why when you're pricing your wreaths, you got to include the time that it takes you to make a wreath. Because some of these wreaths are very extremely time consuming. Okay, here's the last two, and now we'll start adding and seeing if we have enough for that bottom row. Probably gonna have to take a break here and move this table and let him come in. I'm glad I prepped what I did last night, because this would have took a long time to do live. Okay, last two here. And I do have a lot of different tutorials, if you're new to my channel, where I use the 6-inch mesh and I use different techniques to help reduce the fraying. This is not one of those methods because I want to have the fraying as part of the design. But there's a lot of ways that you could fold this mesh and use this mesh where it doesn't fray. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and take our hat back out. And now we're going to start adding to that bottom row. And then we're going to push all our ribbon up afterwards and get it looking nice. I wonder if I should switch up the color. So let me do this one, since we have less black. And you're just bringing it all the way to that end, to the point. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Welcome. We are just, well, I'm just prepping away over here. We're doing the witch's hat. And we've made these little bundles with our 6-inch Dollar Tree mesh, and I've covered the hat with a 1/4 yard of fabric. And we've also made fun little coil bundles and ribbon bundles that we've added. We made a pipe cleaner row in the middle, which we added the ribbons, and then we're using the wire bar to add these bundles. And there's a wire bar at the top and the bottom. How's Henry? All right, let's hope that this is enough. And we don't have to do this as tight at the bottom because it's already filled in so nicely. And then we'll get all this ribbon poking up the right direction here. Did you go to your cabin, Debbie, for the Labor Day weekend? Henry, he's so dramatic, huh? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. So we're just adding our bundles, and then we're going to spruce this up and add our legs. I keep forgetting about our legs that we have to add. I only have a few more black. I might have to go out of the frame for a minute and try to see if I have any more black. Starting to fill up here. Trying to go a little bit looser. Now I'm gonna have to put this back. It's gonna have to be full, or you're going to see that wreath bar, and we don't want to see that wreath bar. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. I'm down to just one black left, so I'm going to have to go see if I have. This is the witch's hat, Debbie, the Dollar Tree frame. And we were discussing earlier how you can do this. It will be a little bit smaller and a different shape. But wait, I messed up on the color. That's what happens when I talk and try to craft and talk at the same time. And we're hoping that they're selling these this year at the Dollar Tree. Because I did have a follower on one of the lives that said she had seen them there, so. So far, this is 2 rolls of each color. Oh, you did? Okay. Well, that is good news. That's good news to hear. They are selling them at the Dollar Tree this year. That was my last black. Yeah, I haven't seen them. I saw lots of pumpkin wreaths, which was good. And they had lots of the 14-inch and the little 8-inch, which I love. Ah, I'm so close. There's one black here. I just have this little tiny area left. Which I'm sure it wouldn't be the end of the world if I didn't have another black. But I am going to, I think I'm going to go look over. I'm going to take you, I'm going to have to go out of the frame for just a minute here, because that's going to bug me. But if not, it's fine. I'll survive. We can just do the purple and green. We probably have just a few left. So give me 1 minute here. Aha, found it. Woohoo! I found it. We're back in business here. All right, we just have a few more to do, and then we're going to get all that ribbon. Now see, this wasn't a very nice looking roll, but that's okay, because it doesn't matter with the way that we're using this mesh. You get some rolls that don't look very good when it comes to this mesh. Oh, you're gonna do some Halloween decorating, Debbie? That's a good coupon. I was really loving all their little Halloween picks that they have this year. They're super cute. Okay, we just have a couple more here. Bear with me, we're getting there. And I'll have to cut it. So yeah, I would definitely, if you're gonna do this, I would do 3 rolls of each color just to be on the safe side. See, now look how nice this roll is compared to that other roll. And it's a good time to get the this mesh, the purple and the green, because then you can use it for Mardi Gras. Yeah, I wasn't, Debbie, gonna be doing any more Halloween until I went to Michael's and Dollar Tree yesterday, and my wheels started spinning when I saw some of this stuff. So I'm gonna try to squeeze out a few more Halloween, which means I'll probably be dropping some midweek tutorials as well as my normal Sunday tutorials. I'm gonna have to let Turbo in 1 minute. Come on. Come on. Turbo, come on. It's real life. This is real life right here. Turbo, come on. Come on. Oh, I got some ribbon on the ground I'm gonna have to get because he's gonna destroy that. Turbo, in or out? He can't decide if he wants to go in or out. Okay. Oh, you were you watching the live replay or the regular tutorials? Because now I'm like, you know what? I leave it in there. I don't even try to edit it out because every frame I can hear him snoring. Excuse me, I gotta put some lip balm on. My lips have been really messed up this summer. Yep, that's him snoozing away in the background. Turbo, go on your bed. Oh boy. Turbo, come on. It's hot over there. When he starts doing this, that usually means he's going to start getting into everything. Why don't you go on your bed? Turbo, go lay down. He's like, I don't think so. I'm not gonna go lay down. Okay, let me just do, I think this would be it. Do a couple more here and then, yeah, he just keeps going in and out, in and out. He's like, you're no fun. You're just crafting there, Mom. Oh, in the regular tutorial? Yep. Yes. You know, and you know what was funny is I was listening to an old one. Forgot which one it was. It was from a few years ago. I can't remember which tutorial it was. And it was our other dog, our old dog, JJ, and he was snoring in the video. And I think that was before Turbo, and I was dying. I was like, wow, we have a pattern here. The dogs like to lay in the craft room and snore. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome. Welcome. Awesome. Yeah, I just recently started going live. And so I've been trying to stick to a every Thursday at 4 p.m. So I'm glad that you popped in. Welcome. I thought it'd be a great chance to connect with my followers and get them a little inside peek on me and my life here with Turbo, and so you can just see the face behind the hands and the voice. And it's been really fun. I've been having a lot of fun going live, and you all have been so welcoming and make me feel so comfortable, and I appreciate you showing up here supporting me and my YouTube journey. We are just finishing up these bundles here, and probably gonna need a few more. Gonna have to bear with me as I prep. Probably 3 more ought to do it. So let me get a few more of these prepped here. And we'll just do probably 3 more bundles. That ought to fill this up. And then we're going to attach the legs and then start embellishing our hat, which is always the fun part. I like the embellishment part of the designs. It's always so fun. Okay, so we're just making these little bundles. If you could see past this hat here. They're cut at 10 inches and we're just walking our fingers straight down that middle, making a big ruffle. Yeah, you better get moving, Debbie. Quick, while he's sleeping. All right, Shannon. Got your football going on. Betty, this is just a little, they call it a mini Bodabra. It's just like a little mini version. And you don't have to use this. It's just easier for me to have something that I put my bundles in than to hold it by hand, but you could just put it in your hand as well. Thank you for the update. Okay. We are getting there, and then I can get all this mesh out of the way. So my hat is hitting all my ribbon bundles here. Okay, and we'll end with a green. Turbo, my goodness, what are you doing? Okay, let's see here. Let me do a black, and then we'll end in a green. So one more black. One more black and one more green, and we're done with all these. Baskets over there, okay. Yes, you did, Debbie. And you said you were very overwhelmed with everything, right? Because all that kind of stuff makes my head spin as well, with all that, trying to figure out all that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosemary. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. I'm wishing you a speedy recovery. I know that takes time for all that to heal. I've cut the mesh at 10 inches, and I'm just making these little bundles with 2 colors per bundle, and we're just pinching and grabbing right down that center. and just making these little bundles. Okay, so we have the purple, and we'll do the black, and then we'll end with the green, just like we did on the other side. All right, we made it with our bundles. And this should be plenty of bundles. Okay, so we have all of those bundles attached. Now, let's get this ribbon so we can see it. It's just not sticking out all the way here. So I'm going to go to each bundle and making sure that everything's popping up where it's supposed to be. Probably could have made these a little bit smaller, these little loops here. We'll just push those in if they're sticking out too far. And it's getting all that beautiful ribbon up where we can see it. I love that sparkly. I know a lot of this you can get. I got some from Hobby Lobby, but I know I get a lot of that from Dollar Tree as well. Because if you look, sometimes you can find some really cute ribbons at Dollar Tree. And we attached our ribbon on our pipe cleaner row that we made. And that's why we did these at 10 inches, because we want them to stick up and come out the design here. All right. Take a peek at that. And let's try to get some of these up a little higher. So this is what we have so far. It's nice and full. It's actually really, really big. Okay, so let me... No, Debbie, my witch's cauldron is not for sale. Because that is one I couldn't part with. I loved it so much. I could not. I remember when I made it, I don't know if I did that one last year or the year before, I forget. But I had a lot of people that wanted to buy it, and I couldn't sell it. That one I love. It's one of my favorite ones. It's so cute. So I'm looking forward to bringing that one out, and my spider, which I love as well. Okay. We got that. We do have another one of these. Let's just add this one in here too. Let's see if I can squeeze this in here. Since we already made it, we might as well. And you can always squeeze this in that row at the end, but I think it's a lot easier to do it before we moved on to that bottom row. We'll just add that one in there. Okay. How about you, Debbie? Did you list your cauldron for sale? Now I feel like we need to make one more of those Where? I know I had more coils. Oh, here it is. It's on the ground. Let's just do one more to put over here so it's spaced out right. And we're just taking our Dollar Tree coil, doing about 10-inch loops. Okay, so oh, they're really fun, Rosemary. I have the full tutorial on my YouTube channel. If you go back through, you got to scroll down through the videos, and that one's there. I have the step-by-step. It's made on the pumpkin wreath frame. And I also have another one planned that's going to be really cute. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's hard to sell that one because it's so cute. But if you want to sell wreaths and make some money, that one, it would be a great seller because everyone loves that one. It's a very popular tutorial for me. Yes, just I have the lives here that you're watching, and I also, if you go under the video tab, I have all my tutorials, and I'm going on my 3rd year of YouTube, so there's a few different Halloween seasons, so just keep scrolling down, and there'll be all kinds of fun stuff. Hi, Eleanor, welcome. We just finished adding all these fun bundles on our witch's brim. I don't know if you can see those. So you can also add embellishments into your design as well. I'm pulling out all the embellishments now. See, we've got eyeballs. You can add some eyeballs, whatever you want to add. Some little pumpkins. You want to hot glue those in. That you're more than welcome to have fun and get creative. So let's see here. Oh, we got legs. We can't forget to add our legs. And I'm probably going to have to stand up here before too long to really figure this out here. So you can do different things with your legs. I just thought, since I've already done one where they're like this, I want to do ones where it looks like it's kind of like crossed. I want to do something like that. I think is super cute. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So now we're going to add our legs. Okay. So let me figure out how we're going to add this leg here. Probably the easiest way is either to pull some of the bundles aside, and we can use our material to wrap around that bottom wreath bar, which I think is probably going to be our easiest way. And I'm just going to glue it. So basically I'm going to wrap this around the bar and hot glue it, I think. Or you could put a hole through here and put a pipe cleaner and try to attach it that way, but I think it's going to be pretty sturdy if we do it like this. And if I had a stapler, you could just staple it too. Isn't that weird? I don't have a stapler. What crafter doesn't have a stapler? Just trying to find the right position. I wanted to do something fun. So I think this one's going to have to come a little bit more this way. Okay, it's going to take a minute. Bear with me. Hi, Rosemary. I'm in California. Just trying to find the right positioning before I commit to this one here. Okay, I think this is going to be a good spot for it. And I have it wrapped around that bar. And of course I can't see very good. So I'm going to grab my hot glue gun and I'm going to attempt to glue this around the bar. I know you can't really see this, but basically I'm just wrapping that material around the bar and I'm going to add some hot glue. And just hold this together. Oh, oh. I bought a staple gun, Debbie, but it didn't come with staples. So I'm like, okay, I need to order the staples, but I did see a hack for that. I saw it, I don't know, on a TikTok or something, where they do a, she adds a piece of cardboard at the end so it doesn't go all the way through the wreath sign. It gives you a little space. Okay, so we have one leg attached. Look at how cute that is. And now we're going to attach the other one. This one I might have to not attach it around the bar because I want it to crisscross. So I think I might have to do it a little bit longer. So I think for this one, I'm going to make a hole and use a pipe cleaner. Yeah, I know. I was so excited to get my gun, and then I need to get on there and order those. So I'll just add the pipe cleaner, and that way we can pull it down where we want it. And we're just going to twist it around the bar. Just trying to get in all this mesh here, get to that bar. Oh yeah, the popsicle stick, that would be a good idea too. All right. All right. We're getting there. It's so fun when it starts coming together. I'm going to stand up so you can see this a little bit better. I know it's hard to get all this in the frame here. I need my glue gun here. We're going to do something like that where the leg is crossed. Okay. And you don't have to do the crossing of the legs. You can do them the traditional way. I just thought this looks really cute like that. Okay, so now, Eleanor, I got the supplies from the wreath form is from the wreath frames from the Dollar Tree. This is the 6-inch Dollar Tree mesh. Pretty much this is all Dollar Tree, except for I bought these cute little, this little embellishment from Hobby Lobby, and I bought this fabric from Hobby Lobby. But everything else is pretty much the Dollar Tree, except for some of these embellishments. These I got from Michael's. And now we're going to embellish it. And I also have this Dollar Tree ribbon. This is pretty big. It's hard to sit and do this right now. I might have to just keep standing up. Okay. So now what we're going to do, now it's just, you can just have fun and embellish this however you want. I think we're going to add some ribbon. I think I want to do something like that. And it's always easier than trying to wrap it around. It's just do a piece and cut it. So we'll do something like that. Maybe another one, I'm not sure yet. Let's just cut one just to see. Maybe something like that. Something like that. And I want to add, I think these feathers would be kind of fun. Not really sure yet about those. Just playing around right now. Not really sure how I want to do this yet. Little spider. Should we add the feathers? Can you see, can you even see the top part of this? This is like taking up the whole frame here. So I don't know if I want to add this or not. We are going to make a bow at the top. We'll add a bow, and then I'm just debating how, now you're just going to decorate it however you want to decorate it. Thinking about adding these feathers right here. So I think what I want to do is I want them coming off the side. And I think I'm just going to zip tie them right to this bar right here. Just cut a little hole through there. So let me trim these down. These are from Michael's, and I thought they were so cute. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're just going to, I'm going to poke a couple little holes there, and then we can always cover it up with some other stuff, and we're going to zip tie it right to this frame. If I can't just poke. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, good. Can you see it right now? I'm trying to, this is a very big wreath. Just trying to cut the material without cutting my hand. On each side of this bar. Sorry, I'm at a very odd angle here. And I'm just coming on each side of one of these bars, trying to make it up the other side. Come on. There it goes. Okay, I'm on each side of that bar. All right. I think that'll work better than trying to hot glue these. And I want them hanging off the side a little bit. Okay, I think that'll be good. See, when I have a bigger craft room, I can lift up this desk higher and I could stand up and craft. Okay, so I like that. Now let's just cover up all that other stuff down below. I don't know if I want to add this piece of, I'm not really sure if I want to add that or not. I don't think I'm going to add that. But you can have fun and do whatever, embellish the hat however you want. I think I'm going to do something like this, and then I'll put the spider right there. Okay, so we're getting there. Take those. These are just some leaves off a Dollar Tree floral pick that I saved. right. And we'll add him. He's going to be hard to glue because of, I don't know how we're going to do that one. Maybe there's a little tab right here. Let's see if we can't get him to stick with that. Okay. All right. So we have our hat done. And now for the very last finishing touch. And like I said before, if you want to add any embellishments, if I had more eyeballs, I would probably have hot glued some eyeballs in here, but I just don't want to add just one. So we're going to hold off on that. But if you have any sort of embellishments that you want to add, just hot glue them right into this part here. Oh, you were there, Rosemary. You were almost there with your craft room. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a bow, and we're going to add the bow at the very top there. And I think we'll add some of our little ribbons and have it kind of trail down as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Try to get this. Oh my gosh, this thing is massive. I forgot how big these are. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know. Now I'm thinking maybe I should. Do you think I should add the ribbon or not? Let me hold it up. Maybe one piece of ribbon, or should I just keep it like it is? Okay, so now we're going to make a bow, and I'm going to have to move this off to the side here. Man, I forgot how big that is. And let's bring in some of our ribbon that we used before. Sorry, I was looking for this other piece that I had. Where did that go? I know I have another one somewhere. Hold on, let me try to find this other little ribbon bundle. Not really sure where it went, but that's, oh, here it is. It was hiding. Okay. Don't really know what we're gonna do, but we're just gonna make some sort of bow and add it to that top part of the wreath bar at that point of our hat. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That's a good idea. That's how I did my other witch's hat, Shannon. I think it might just need some color on there. That might be a good idea. But I might have that spider a little close there. Wish I would have moved those up a little higher. All right, we'll do that. Good idea. All right, we're going to add the band. It's a work in progress. Okay. Oh my goodness, she's a big one. Yes, thank you, Shannon. I do like that. That looks good. Okay, so we have the band at the bottom. And now let's finish her off. And it's going to be hard to really get the whole visual until I take a picture of it and add it to the Facebook tomorrow, but then it'll really come to life when you see it on the wall. But that is big. That would take a big old box to ship. You would have to modify a box for sure. Okay, so let's just make just a little simple little bow. I don't know if I want tails. Let's just do a tail, and then we can always cut it. And I think this is, sometimes ribbon, it's so hard to tell if it's one-sided or two-sided. I think this is one-sided. So let's just do something, I don't know. Just kind of I don't want to make it too big. Let's do something like, maybe like this. I'm doing 3.5 inch loops. Let's try that. That might be too big. Turbo, now he's gonna start getting in everything. We're almost done. Almost done. No, 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 no. Come on. Don't start getting into that. Yeah, we'll try 3.5 inches. Turbo. He wants the stuffing really bad. And another thing he really likes is that Chanel yarn that I bought yesterday. Turbo, come on. Okay, he needs to go. He's getting into everything.
You want a carrot?
Turbo, come on. Go get a carrot. Go on. Go get a carrot. Go get a treat.
Want a carrot? Come on, get a carrot.
Okay. And let's just do like 2 loops or so. Oh, I like this ribbon. And I just don't want to make it too huge, but let's do 3 loops. Yes, I do want to get one of those easels eventually. I'm always used to working, sitting down at my craft table, so I don't really know. I would have to have a bigger craft room to be able to record all that on an easel. But those are really neat. They have some really neat ones that fold up and are... All right, we'll just do, let's see, we got 3 loops. Do we want to add, let's add some of this here. We're just going to take some of that, and if we don't like this, we could just take it off. Let's just add some of this, all of our other ribbon, and just kind of tie it together. Maybe we'll just do a couple like tails. That's what we'll do. And then I'm just going to make them kind of long, and then we can always trim them. Then we'll just have a little fun little spray coming down. And let's add some of this too. Take this off. I just love this sparkly ribbon. It's so pretty. You're not crafting if you're not making a mess, and I am making a big old fat mess. I just want these to be kind of flowy and fun, so that's why I'm just adding just like these tails. Thank you, Rosemary. It's coming together. We're getting there. And then let's see if I can't add a couple more here. I'm just winging this bow here. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to accomplish here, but these, maybe let me try to do a couple more loops with these tails in here. You know what? I think I'm gonna put these tails in first. And let's add the bow back in here. I just want them to kind of flow down from the bow. Okay, let's see what that one looks like. And if we don't like it, we'll just take it out. But I do know I really like this ribbon. This has been in my stash for a while and it's super pretty. And let's just do one more. And we'll figure out the tails and all that in a minute. And I love this. This is Bodabra wire. It's a floral wire. And you can really pull it super tight, and it takes a lot to break it. All right, we'll see what this one looks like. If it doesn't look good, we can always redo it. I might be getting carried away with all these tails, but I think it might look pretty. Let's see. I just think they'd be fun. See how they're flowing down? Look how fun. Okay, so let me fluff up this bow here and see what we got here. Hopefully it's not too big. I always like fluffing mine from the bottom up. And then we can add a little embellishment in the middle here. We are almost there, folks. Thank you for being so patient. Oh my gosh, this is a long live. It's been 2.5 hours. Can you imagine if I did not do that prep work that I did? How long? Some of these designs, they take a long time. That's why when you're selling these, you have to really take that into consideration, or otherwise you're shortchanging yourself if you're not charging for your labor and your time to make these things. Okay, I'm liking that. All right. Try to get my floral wire here. Wonder if I should take these tails off. These black ones. So either without the tails, or we can keep the tails in there too. Let's add them. Let's add it, and then we can always cut the tails off if we don't like them. Keep the tails. Okay. Thank you, Joel. See, teamwork. I need your help. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to add this, and then we'll probably hot glue something in the center. I'm not sure what. Yeah, maybe we'll hot glue that eyeball in the center. That would be good. Or I had, where did that other one go? I also have this rose too, which would be kind of pretty in the center. Or we can just add, we can add that eyeball. Okay, so let me clear up some space here. Push everything off to the side, and let's add our bow. And we are getting really close to wrapping up this design. And I left this part open at the top here. I didn't quite hot glue everything around it, so we can use the that little wire right there to go right through and connect our top part here. Get back. Turbo. Oh my God. Turbo, stop it. He's grabbing my stuffing. Come on, you're going to get sick on that. That's going to make you sick.
Did you say hi?
No, he hasn't, because he's getting into everything right now.
Pick him up with his stuffing.
Come here. No, he's... Okay. You know it's a long live when the dog is getting restless. He wants to eat that stuffing. Oh my gosh, Turbo is something else. And I'm just going to... This is taking up the whole craft table. And I'm just tying it to that very top part. Okay, I'm going to do a couple knots and I'll trim this down, and then let's see what we got here. We'll flip up this bow. We'll get something glued in that center. And we are going to wrap up this design, and I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight and crafting, having some fun Halloween crafting fun here. You can always hot glue your, I'm not sure about all these. I'm going to have to look at it first. Let's see, I'm probably going to have to trim some of these. So I'm going to trim some of these. I think it's just a bit much. They're kind of a little bit long, so I'll trim some of these. And bye, Shannon. Get some rest. Yeah, we're just going to trim some of these a little bit shorter here. And then we'll add some that embellishment in the center. And we will get ready to wrap this up here. These things just sometimes take some time here. And I'll probably play around a little bit more with these tails here when we're off the live, when I get everything figured out. So let's, and I think it would probably be in the best interest to hot glue this so it doesn't flip around. And so I think what we're going to do is we'll just hot glue this and add that embellishment, and then I'll figure out how we're going to do these tails. And my glue gun, it doesn't want to work right now. This is where I need that cordless one. Sometimes this glue gets stuck, and I think that's what's happening. There it goes. And we'll, like I said, we'll figure all this out. I'm not going to leave you waiting here while I'm figuring out these little details here. And let's go ahead and glue this. Thank you, Betty. Was that the hat you took? No, Debbie, this was the actual witch's hat, the Dollar Tree witch's hat frame. And I might just take some of these off. It might be a little too much, but I'll know better once I have it hanging up. And I think we're just going to do this little eyeball. Think I should do the eyeball, or do you think I should do this rose with the eyeball at the top? What do you think to glue in the center of the bow? The rose, okay. Thank you, Joel. The rose it is. These are really fun picks from the Dollar Tree. They come with the roses, and they come with a lot of fun stuff that you could take apart and use. All right. So I know this was a very long live tonight, and I appreciate you all hanging out with me. We'll fix all this or figure out the the length of these tails. And this little bow here, I'll have to play around with a little bit more to get it the way that I want. But I will post a picture tomorrow on Facebook. Got which way the leg went, like that. Let's see if I can't try to get her all in the frame here. Yeah, I'll be playing around with this a little bit more, but look tomorrow and see what I end up doing. Not really sure. We'll fix all that. Once I can take a step back and really see it, then I can determine what I want to do. If I might not want as much, maybe just a couple little ribbons flowing from the top there, but you get the general idea. And there is a cute witch's hat, and I'll take pictures tomorrow. I'll post it on Facebook so you could see the finished result. And I hope that you had fun crafting with me today, and I really appreciate you stopping by and joining me on my live journey. It means so much to have you all here. That is a great idea, Gloria, about hot gluing the legs together. I like that idea. That's probably what I'll end up doing, is I'll hang it up on the wall to take pictures. I'll adjust the bow the way I want it, and I will hot glue that leg over. I think that's a wonderful idea. And I think so too, Marcy. I think we need to cut these black tails off. I think let's just do that right now. I think it's just too much. I mean, I like too much, but sometimes too much is too much. And we might just maybe just do a couple of these ribbons, not all these ribbons. I think maybe just like this purple and maybe, anyway, I'll figure this part out, and we will, you can see the finished result tomorrow. But yeah, we got to do something with these ribbons. They're not quite hanging the way that I wanted them to hang. And I think there's just too many. But we'll get there. And excuse me, I might just take them all off. We'll see. And maybe just do one. Maybe just like this purple one or something. But I hope that you had fun hanging out and crafting with me live. And if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up on this live. It helps me and my algorithm and YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can hit the subscribe button down below. And you're very welcome, Rosemary. You're so welcome. And for those who have joined for the first time, thank you for coming by and supporting me. I will be live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I always have a tutorial on my channel every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I hope you'll come back and join me again. Thanks for watching, Hollie Hobbies, from my heart to yours.